What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, and I'm going to bring you another game from the Starseries Season 3. This is going to be between the Copenhagen Wolves, and Navi. So, Navi, everyone knows Navi, of course. Copenhagen Wolves. I believe that the Wolves actually dropped the current team that's playing, so even though it says this, they are currently without sponsor. That is how I understand it. But this is still from the round-robin group stages of the Star Series tournament thing, so both teams trying to rack up points. I have a ton of games to cast, as I keep on saying. So hopefully we will be able to get a couple of these out before they actually have like the real playoffs, finals, whatever. But Navi, a sheer terror to be reckoned with, honestly. Like second place in TI2, losing out to IG in the end. I blame the Nyx Assassin pick. But Copenhagen Wolves, or I guess TTB now, well, they're obviously not as dominant. They didn't have such a huge showing. They're still a pretty solid team, though, and I do believe they're capable of defeating Navi, but, I mean, in this stage of Dota, anyone's capable of beating anyone. But I do have to favor Navi going into this game. This is not a .75 game. You can see that there's 3 bans instead of 2 at the on the outset of the game. So I will look forward to when the ban and pick phase is kind of altered, so that there's 2 bans in the beginning and then 3 later on. But I don't think that these games will have that patch in them for quite a while, because I'm pretty far behind, so don't hold your breath for that. Navi, they're going to pick up Nature's Prophet as well as a Templar Assassin, so they do have a mid lane in that TA, Nature's Prophet. He could go really anywhere. He could jungle, which might be what Navi wants to have, or he could go in the long lane and just try to get something done, and then mainly be used to support his tri-lane on top, which is usually the format that you follow if you have a Nature's Prophet in that lane. The Wolves, on the other hand, they've picked up Rubik, obvious first pick after the bans, as well as a Venomancer and Tidehunter. So their support lineup is pretty solid. Navi, on the other hand, they do have 3 people who usually do take a lot of gold, a lot of experience. So their 2 final picks are definitely going to be support heroes. We're going to see what support heroes the Wolves actually want to ban out. Nature's Prophet, from the looks of it, is probably going to go into this long lane. Navi could pick up a support for Anti-Mage and then try to run him in the mid with like a Lich. But the Enigma is actually going to be the ban out, so preventing that any possible jungle from Navi. That's forcing enabling Nature's Prophet to still remain in the jungle. Copenhagen Wolves lineup, they have support, a lot of support. So what they need right now is a ton of damage, and that is why we see the ban of the CK. And I wouldn't be surprised to see another high damage hero ban. And Navi, they're going to do the 4-1 strategy that's very popular as of late. I guess popular between when this game was played and the .75 patch. I haven't cast any .75 games yet, so I don't know what's happening with that. But using a TA, who typically a lot of people consider a decent semi-carry, just using her to hold the fort while her allied Anti-Mage or Naga Siren pick up a lot of farm. And then, you have, later on, you have a ton of damage coming out from the 2 heroes together. Templar Assassin goes for Blink, BKB, and then everything is just peachy. Copenhagen Wolves actually got the Disruptor banned out from them. That would have been a pretty good counter to the Anti-Mage as well as Templar Assassin. Disruptor is, of course, a very popular support hero right now. Not sure if it's flavor of the month or if he's actually going to be used consistently from now on. But once again, not .75, so I'm pretty sure there'll be some changes coming. The Wolves have also banned out the Shadow Shaman. We've seen Ars Art play that hero quite a bit. So Navi are going to have their hand forced a little bit as far as the supports go, but really, they're not going to be too worried about it. There are still plenty of support heroes. Copenhagen Wolves, or TTB, I guess, they're going to pick up the Windrunner, so they have a lot of flexibility in their lanes. They have yet to pick up a real mid hero, but most likely it is going to be the Venomancer, possibly with some support, expecting that TA to be mid as well. So you want to have the Venomancer meet up with the TA in whatever lane combination you expect the enemy team to run. Beastmaster is going to be pick up for Navi, another hero who, he doesn't really need a lot. He He could function decently in the jungle, but usually you do put him in the long lane.
Ricky here.
And Ricky's actually going to be the carry. I do like this pick against Anti-Mage and TA. That smoke screen is absolutely devastating. Silence is very useful. Na'Vi, they still need a hard support. So it probably is going to be a Nature's Prophet in the jungle, Beastmaster bot lane, Anti-Mage, and this last pick. Up on top, the Wolves could run a tri-lane. Windrunner's probably going to take the hard lane. Yeah, tri-lane with Tidehunter, Rubik, Ricky. It's a decent tri-lane. We're going to see how they want to lane. They probably clash. The tri-lane with the 2.5 lane from Na'Vi would be the Wolves' best bet at winning that lane. Ricky does have a much more useful spell against Anti-Mage in the early stages of the game. But Anti-Mage will do a little bit more right-click damage if he just goes toe-to-toe with Ricky because of that mana break. And there's no reason for him to skip leveling that, again, in this particular game. There's no illusion makers or any way to punish Anti-Mage from taking those points of mana break. Na'Vi, they're just taking their time, deciding what is the support hero they're going to pick up. I mean, I say that they're going to pick up a support hero. They could have an Nature's Prophet run hard support, which is, you don't see that very often, if ever. So they're most likely going to look towards just someone to control the lane with Anti-Mage. They're kind of stun light. Maybe a Lina? Lina pick wouldn't be that bad. Although she does lack a lot in mobility, and if she gets caught out in a smoke cloud, well, goodbye Lina. Of course, they could also go for Shadow Demon, Vengeful Spirit even, but Vengeful Spirit kind of has a low range. And up against the Tidehunter, Rubik, tri-lane, you want to have a lot more range. They're going to go for the Lich. Get that long range, the denying action going there. So the late game definitely is in favor of Na'Vi if they can keep the Ricky Mario down. But Ricky is such a huge early mid-game hero. He's definitely comparable to the TA in that respect. Could do a ton of burst damage within that cloud. So Copenhagen Wolves definitely have the early game edge. They could shut down Light of Heaven on that hard lane. They should be able to do pretty well for themselves. And is that Forced? I don't know who this is. Well, we'll check it out. We'll figure it all out. As everyone's just picking their heroes. Here we go. We're gonna jump into this game. As soon as, come on. There you go. And of course, the pause right off the bat. Let's actually look at who this is. It might be Forced. It might not be. It looks like it. It is Forced. Good. Just with a different name. So Forced is going to be playing the hard carry Anti-Mage. Very manly with his shirt off, of course. Puppy's going to be playing Nature's Prophet, so he's going to go to the jungle. Dendi picking up the TA. Going to be soloing the mid lane, most likely. I mean, I don't know for sure yet, obviously. But this is probably the way Na'Vi is going to lane it. Arzart is going to be supporting the Anti-Mage with the Lich and Light of Heaven on the bot lane as the Beastmaster. On the TTB side, we have Balsam going to be playing that Ricky. Atsi is going to be playing the Venomancer. Rise. Stand-in. The hell? Stand-in is going to be playing Tidehunter. Nino is going to control the Rubik, and that, of course, leaves the last hero of TTB. Calculus. Penance. No penance in this game. I don't know why it's only sometimes. There we go. Sped through that pause because pauses are dumb. Looks like Forced heading towards the bot lane. That probably isn't going to be his lane. No, it is. They're going to have Light of Heaven on the top lane against the tri-lane of the TTB. And Dendi is enjoying himself quite a bit. Everyone's enjoying themselves quite a bit. The dual lane's going to be on bottom. That kind of makes Puppy's positioning a little bit confusing now. He could go to the friendly jungle. He could go to the offensive jungle. But Anti-Mage already warding off that pole camp. It's usually a good idea to have Anti-Mage do it, or Queen of Pain, or someone like that, because they have an escape. Someone like Windrunner. Run! You can't give up your small amount of 12 gold and 10 experience. That's going to break the game. Balsam actually took 2 tower hits from that. That wasn't worth it at all for him. So Na'Vi getting a little bit of advantage right off the bat. I really want to know where Puppy is going to jungle. He does have 2 clarities. He's saving a lot of gold. Probably going to get a Ring of Basilius or even a Soul Ring. He has a lot of options there. Let's see how TTB wants to lane this top lane. Ryze seems like he's sticking around. Atsy's definitely going to be holding down the mid, I feel. It might be a weird dual lane, but Balsam's heading down bot. The carries are going to meet each other on the bot lane, it looks like. And the Windrunner soloing the mid lane. Yeah, Ryze is on top. So he's going to be going toe-to-toe against Light of Heaven. The Tidehunter will probably have an advantage in that lane because of that Anchor Smash spam out. And the Tri lane, well, they don't want the Venomancer to go up against TA. It's going to be a TA versus a Windrunner. Windrunner does have the range advantage by quite a bit, but TA is TA. So that range advantage may or may not come to mean a lot. On this bot lane, it is going to be Tri versus dual lane. Puppey is going into his friendly jungle. So that'll try to help Light of Heaven just a little bit, but this bottom lane for Forced, as well as Ars Art, is not going to be that great. With Rubik already circling around, Atsy as well, cutting them off from any form of farm. That is going to leave Balsam with absolute free farm. Of course, it doesn't help when he misses the farm. You typically want to, get the creep kills. But this lane's not going to be won by Na'Vi. Dual lane like this simply cannot win against a Tri lane, as the similar Forest is going to go up onto the top lane. Maybe looking for a switch with Light of Heaven, who's packing some pretty cool new icons there. Anti-Mage versus Tidehunter will favor the Anti-Mage. Light of Heaven is going to pick up a teleportation scroll, try to get down to that bot lane, because then he can stack these Ancients. Do they have any more wards? Wards? They do have a Sentry ward, so they can block off that Ancient stacking. Light of Heaven wants to go onto this bot lane. Oh no, Arzart already taking a Gale, getting body blocked by Balsam as well. Arzart's going to go down to this. Balsam's also taking a huge amount of damage though. Light of Heaven with the axes is going to pick up that kill in retaliation. So Balsam does get the first blood, but he pays for it with his life. Another teleportation coming out. It is Arzart once again, back from the dead, as Liches usually do. He doesn't have a Frost Blast yet. He's only level 1. Didn't get any experience from those initial creep waves. Now he will get a level 2 from this very, diving creep wave. So a little bit of a lane switch here. Havorce is going to be up against Ryze, and you can see Ryze already without any mana from 2 points of mana break. This Tidehunter will not be able to win against this Anti-Mage. This Tidehunter usually, when he's up against another melee hero, he does well because of, Dendymon. Dendy, run, man. With the haste rune, warding off the Templar Assassin. But anyway, Anti-Mage usually against a melee heroes. Arzart going to get telekinesis back into Balsam. Does he have smoke? Not yet, but Arzart's going to go down regardless. Puppey teleporting in for this, but he does not have Sprout, so he's not very useful. Light of Heaven is going to take smoke. Puppey trying to hide. The Nino does still have that haste rune. Puppey hiding in the trees. Light of Heaven going for a block perhaps. Nino is trying to get Puppey. He does get him, but he does go down in exchange because of that tower. And a boar is flying. That is not a Greater Hawk at all. I have to disagree. Are all these things messed up? These are all still towers. Should I take a look at some neutrals? No, that's just a weird bug. Warlock Golem and Greater Hawk. That makes a lot of sense. But as I was saying, usually the Anti-Mage, when it's up against a melee hero, he'll do decently, but Tidehunter especially, because Tidehunter, when he's usually up against a melee hero, like up against the Beastmaster, that Anchor Smash is so crippling to the Beastmaster's ability to function. But when you're mana burned out, Arzart taking a lot of damage. Once again, Balsam dropping down the smoke, and Arzart's going to take yet another fall. Third death for him. Light of Heaven without any mana. Here comes Puppey though, so Atsy's going to go down. Balsam might be in a little trouble. There's still no Sprout on Puppey though, but the right clicks from Puppey as well as Light of Heaven slowing down from the boar. There's a level up of Sprout from Puppey, only holding Balsam out by a little bit. Is there mana for axes? No, there is not, and Ricky gets to walk away. Of course the experience bar is still bugged, with Puppey being very active around the map. And can I finally finish my point on this top lane? Tidehunter relies on his Anchor Smash to win against other melee heroes. Anti-Mage doesn't let him Anchor Smash, therefore Anti-Mage wins. There we go. I don't know why I didn't just say that really quickly from before, but Light of Heaven is going to take a Gale. Blink Strike from Balsam and work on his back. He's taking quite a bit of damage, considering turning around for some axes, but he's going to go down to one more hit. Balsam picks himself up a 4th kill, and 5 for 3 in favor of the Wolves of TTB so far. Teleportation on the top lane, gonna kill the Nino. And Puppey is looking to body block Ryze to prevent him from getting to his Anti-Mage. Ryze is gonna take a little bit of right-click damage, but Puppey Only 1-1-1 actually. His teleportations haven't really bared that much fruit. But he's going to play a little bit more of a support role. Do a little bit of right click damage to Rise. He's actually going to sprout him as well, forcing out a Tango. Well, he probably would have tangoed in the first place. Puppey getting telekinesis back and taking a Fade Bolt as well. He's on the run. 8 HP on him. He's going to live from that one. What a lucky bastard. Dendi 20 for 10 versus 19 for 6. So Dendi does have a little bit of an edge in this mid lane, but really it's pretty much even. Vorst now has hit level 6, so he could get a kill on this Tidehunter. One swipe into a mana break, but he gets telekinesis. He did not expect the Nino to still be there. And Vorst getting a little bit overconfident. Pays for it with his life. All he needed was to cast that mana break, and I'm pretty sure that would have been the death of Tidehunter. Well, 300 mana, that's probably not enough actually, so Vorst getting picked off for free there. In the meantime, the bot lane, Tri-Lane, has turned back into a dual lane against Light of Heaven. Blink Strike and Gale to hit onto Light of Heaven. He's slow to a crawl. There's no mana for smoke. Light of Heaven going to unleash some axes, turn around, try to go for Atsi with his last dying breath. But he's going to go down to Balsam. The damage from Rikimaru is simply too much. Atsi's going to take a little bit of damage from the boar, but he's ultimately going to teleport out of there and just be just fine. Vorst has returned to this top lane, which is now dual lane. Neither of these heroes, well, there's Ravage and Gush in the Tidehunter. Or, you know, there's Ravage or Gush on the Tidehunter. Soon to be both. So Vorst has got to be careful. A lot of magic damage can come out of that. Dendi has hit level 6. Trying to race the Windrunner to the rune, but the Windrunner is a little bit faster with that Windrun. Pick himself up an invisibility rune and maintain control on that lane. So Na'Vi a little bit behind. Rikimaru already level 6. 5 kills. 1700 gold as well. Depending on what build he wants to go, he could get any build really quickly, actually. Probably is going to be a Diffusal Blade build, just because Diffusal Blade is amazing. But he could possibly go for Manta Style, get rid of those unfriendly buffs on him. Either way, Rikimaru will be a very powerful force later on. Arzart 26 for 7, 1-1 versus 27 for 3. So Arzart, I mean, like he's doing decently. But with the addition of Rubik on this top lane, he's definitely not having as good a time as he was before. Atsi doing a little bit of the wandering action. Gonna head back towards the bot lane. Balsam, what are you getting? What are you getting? He's getting a Blade of Alacrity. So still, you know, Diffusal Blade or Manta Style. I'm gonna place money on Diffusal Blade though, because it's so freaking awesome on Rikimaru. If you purge someone while they're still in the smoke, well, they're not leaving the smoke anytime soon. And there'll be right clicks for days. Stuff you could purge off. You could purge off the trap, I believe. But Puppey teleported down to the bot lane. Gonna fight Atsi just a little bit. Roar onto Balsam. And Arzart is there for the Frost Blast as well. Balsam's gonna take a huge amount of damage. Drops down the smoke for that mischance. But he's still taking a lot of damage. There's another set of axes. 12 HP. Is there any True Sight? No, there is not. Balsam, you lucky baller, you. He's going to get away from this. Atsi might not be as lucky, though. Arzart closing in for that Frost Blast. Going to do a lot of magical damage to this Venomancer. Light of Heaven diving the tower. He is going to get this kill. Magic Sticks keeping Atsi alive. And a Ward Trap. Light of Heaven's now in the tower. Smoke now from Balsam. And he is going to go down to this tower. Puppey also getting killed by Atsi. I don't know where. But Windrunner has arrived with a power shot onto Lich. Wolves turn that gank around. Balsam living with 12 HP. Using those Tranquil Boots to get himself more HP to actually stay in that fight. And of course the Venomancer, this ward, this one Plague Ward defending him so much. Where did Puppey actually, I can't actually look right now, so that's unfortunate. But Wolves off to a very, very good start against Na'Vi. Gold earned isn't their favorite experience, following the same pattern. Vorst is not having the best time on this top lane, with the Rubik constantly harassing. And Tidehunter level 7 Arcane Boots. So his Ravage will get, is already up, but it'll start getting higher and higher as this game progresses. Dendi, not much mobility on the map from him. He's going to run straight into Atsi though. Spotted out. Is he actually going to go for this? He does have a haste rune. Trap onto the Venomancer. Dendi's going to do a huge hit of damage with that meld. He actually messes up the meld because Atsi in the fog of war. There goes the axes though, cutting down that Venomancer. In the meantime, Balsam picking up a solo kill versus Arzart. It's definitely not what you want to have happen. This Rikimaru is capable, yeah, he's going to go for the Diffusal, and is capable of solo killing your support hero. Not a good situation for Na'Vi to be in. I feel like even Puppey's in a lot of danger. Hell, even Anti-Mage is in a lot of danger with that smoke. What is Rikimaru going for? Blink Strike and maxing out Backstab. Top tower is going to take a little bit of damage from Puppy and Forced. Balsam is here. Not enough mana to actually lay down smoke, but he's going to go for Puppy regardless. Telekinesis? No, just a Fade Bolt. Going to let Balsam cap the rest of Nature's Prophet's health. And Rise is looking for Arzard. He's going to find him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Out of range, though, so no Gush, no Ravage. But Na'Vi on the back foot. They do have Dendi still, who's capable of doing a lot of damage. But he isn't really in the right place at the right time. The Wolves doing very well to stick as a group. And Ricky almost has his Diffusal Blade. So the mana will start to burn from Na'Vi. Now looking towards the mid lane. TTB gonna look towards Vorst. Doesn't have much mana shield. Spell shield. Mana shield is from the Medusa, Gorgon. Calculus looking for a Shackle. Nature's Prophet ultimate revealing the fact that Na'Vi does know that the Tidehunter is around. Double damage rune gets popped off by the Windrunner. They might just want to take down this tower. Power shot and Anchor Smash. Goodbye Creep Wave. With double damage rune on Calculus, popping off that Windrun to stand his ground against the tower. It's going to go down. Force, not interested in actually defending this. Not capable of defending it either. That will give Ricky his almost Diffusal Blade. In the meantime, Na'Vi pushing on to the bottom lane. Calculus has teleported back here, still does have that double damage rune, so he can clear off these creeps pretty quickly. Tower took about 600 health worth of damage. But Lich only level 4, whereas the supports of Wolves level 7, level 6. So Arzard not having the best game of his life. Really needs that Chain Frost, and that'll help equalize it. Lich at level 6 has become so much more powerful with the addition of his ultimate spell. With the levels on the other side, they will have a lot more bulk, and Balsam with the Diffusal Blade could go for a solo kill on Divorce if he chooses to do so. There he goes, starting off with the smoke as well as a Purge in the smoke. Don't think it'll be enough damage for Divorce to blink out of this. Balsam doing a ton of damage to that Anti-Mage. Calculus might be in a little trouble. He took a roar from Light of Heaven, popping off that Windrun, trying to escape. There's not enough crowd control. Shackle onto Light of Heaven, slowing him down. Dendi, do you have a trap? Yes, you do. But Calculus, oh, well, he actually did get hit by the trap. He's going to die right here. Huge melt hit. And one more hit from Dendi. He's going to bring him down. Nino in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's going to take him down as well. Atsi also might be in a little bit of danger. Hope he unleashes his ultimate. No, he doesn't. There goes his ultimate. And Dendi diving the tower. Huge hit onto Atsi. Huge second hit as well. And Na'Vi picking up some easy kills. And really, those are the kills that they need. They need to kill off these support heroes because, well, I mean, like, they would like to kill Rikimaru. They're simply too slippery at this point. Tidehunter can teleport in. Balsam going to go straight onto Vorst. Sprout is going to hold him out from attacking Puppy or Light of Heaven. But he's pretty quick. You got to watch out, Puppy. You don't have boots yet. Blink Strike onto the Nature's Prophet. Gush as well. Balsam is going to take a godlike streak and a double kill for himself. Light of Heaven probably is going to escape from this, but Puppy without boots, rushing for a straight hand of Midas, he did get it, but the lack of boots costed him his life. And Rikimaru is just going all over the place. He could go for this Templar Assassin, shred her health, open up with the, Cloud. Blink Strike now. Purge? No. Purge did go off, but Haste Rune, Templar Assassin will have none of it. 14 for 8. That's the golden experience, still in the Wolves' favor. But Dendi doing the big early mid-game damage as the TA. Will it be enough, though, to overpower Rikimaru, because he's currently sitting at level 11. TA almost, well, I mean, he's level 10. Don't know how far along to level 11 he is. But in a 1v1 duel, it's all a matter of who initiates on who. If the TA gets to jump on Ricky, then Ricky will probably be bursted down, especially with some help from Na'Vi. Otherwise, that smoke screen will not allow that TA to get her refraction up, or her meld. In which case, it'll be a very easy kill for that Rikimaru. TTB looking for a bottom lane tower. Na'Vi not wanting to defend this, not able to defend this, I don't believe. They have to teleport right now if they want to do it. Fortification popping off, trying to slow down TTB just a little bit as the Windrun pops off once again. This Windrunner wants to do as much damage as he can. New creep wave is coming. The only one here is Light of Heaven to defend. He does have his Roar up and available. This tower is going to go down to the Radiant. What does Rikimaru have incoming? He's going for his Manta style, so yeah, Diffusal Manta as a whole truckload of teleportations come into this mid lane. Nino looking for telekinesis onto Arzard. He doesn't have boots, and the Nino does have arcane boots. This Lich is as good as dead. Power Shot, Fade Bolt, and Rikimaru is going to pick up that Lich kill. Dendi is invisible, and a gem on him. So, I don't believe the Wolves actually know about that gem yet, but they sure will soon enough, and then Dendi is going to be the #1 priority for the Wolves to take out. Vorst is... I don't even know. That's like half of Vlad's and then random Mantis, Yasha component. I don't know what he's going for. He can go for anything, really. At this point, he simply does not have enough to compete with the Rikimaru. You can see a ton of other heroes have a lot more gold income than the anti-mage, and that's definitely not what you want to have happen. There's going to be a Yasha. But Na'Vi, I mean, they do still have some towers, tier 1 towers that they could possibly push down. They do have the Hand of Midas on Nature's Prophet, so they're definitely not out of this yet. They are pretty far behind, though. So all the farm, all the kills are going on to the hard carry of Wolves, which is exactly what they want. And just for the record, I'm kind of using Wolves and TTB interchangeably. So, no real difference there. Wolves, TTB, both mean the Radiant side. Na'Vi gonna look towards Roshan. They do have the meld. Do they have a medallion? I don't believe they do. They do have the Treants to tank it up. So Roshan is gonna take a lot of damage. He's gonna go down as well. TTB without any wards spotting this out. The Roshan is gonna go down. Dendi picking up the Age of the Immortal. Gonna help Na'Vi a little bit, but if they lose their tier 2 tower because of it, they're not gonna be happy about that. All of the Wolves, all of TTB are looking for Na'Vi. Balsam looking towards Light of Heaven. Blink Strike onto him. Purge as well as Cloud. Light of Heaven. You are so freaking dead. Wind under the Power Shot picking up that kill. It's the power of a farmed Rikimaru. It'll be even worse once he gets that Manta style because Dust will not stick to him. Can't get to this bottom lane because of that experience bar, but Havor's pushing out that bottom lane all by himself. In the meantime, Rikimaru picking up the top lane tier 2 towers. His teleportations coming in all over the place to defend the Wolves towers. Na'Vi just getting shut down at every turn. That's the power that you get when you pick up a Rikimaru when he actually gets a couple of kills. You never actually know where he is, and your support heroes have always got to be careful. Arzar taking a huge amount of damage from Calculus. Power Shot is going to hit, just barely surviving with 30 HP. Calculus does have a Force Staff as well as Phase Boots, and Arzar does not even have boots yet. He did have a Haste Rune. Sprout missing, but Calculus with the blind Power Shot is going to pick up the Lich. Bye-bye. And Puppy's going to try to teleport out, but the Nino is there with the telekinesis. Puppy is going to take a Sprout as well from the Nino. Chakra Shot not hitting. Puppy is... what the hell is this? I've never seen anything like that. Double Ring of Trees. Puppy does go down regardless, though. Dendi looking towards Calculus. One more hit will do it. He does get one kill. He's going to go for Rise next. Ravage might have to be used to defend him. Sprout does go off, though, holding out Dendi. No way to actually get through that Sprout. He does get telekinesis as well. Venomancer in the meantime picking up a Light of Heaven and an Anti-Mage as well. Beastmaster does kill the Rikimaru because of those tower shots. But Balsam has so many kills. Dendi wants more. I mean, a pretty big hit, but this Sprout, a very good pickup from the Nino. Very useful. And Dendi actually went for the BKB first instead of a Blink Dagger. Usually you do see a Blink Dagger rush on the TA after Phase Boots. And then BKB and then a Desolator. He's going for a little bit of a different build. BKB, I mean, it'll help him against that smoke screen. But I'm not sure if he could duel the Rikimaru 1v1, even if the Rikimaru does not have that backstab damage. Oh yeah, something I wanted to point out. If you are playing with people you could communicate with who have lots of lockdown, then you want to get backstab. If you're playing in a random pub, then get Blink Strike. Balsam is tracked out by Dendi. Puppy's looking for initiation. There's smoke screen trying to get Balsam away from here. Puppy's coming in with the Sprout. Balsam, no way to escape that. He's going to blink towards the Light of Heaven. Roar goes onto Balsam, though. Balsam's going to go down. Very good pickup by Na'Vi. They need to make sure this Rikimaru doesn't get any more out of hand than he already is. In the meantime, the rest of Balsam's team is pushing down the mid lane. Teleportation coming in from Puppies, looking towards a mechanism. There's only level 10 at this point, where everyone else is, where most of the people on the Wolves are a higher level. Puppy is not going to hold this tower if TTP stick around. They do have the Venomancer, Plague Wards, they do have Creep Waves that are continuously going to come in, and now they have Nature's Call. So that's unfortunate. But everyone from Na'Vi has abandoned their bottom lane push in favor of defending this mid lane. Dendi's still around though, feeling very safe since the Rikimaru is still down. 20 for 11. The gold advantage continuing to climb into Wolves' favor. The gold, not so much though. Na'Vi, they're getting the good picks. That's exactly what they need to do if they want to stay in this game. Problem is that they're very, very reliant on moving as 5, whereas with Wolves, they have the luxury of moving around in small squads of 1 or 2. And that's actually a pretty cool spell to pick up for the Nino. You could both deny and get some free mana, which Rubik needs. Balsam, gonna spot out Force. 1 hit, 2 hit, Purge as well. Force does get out of the smoke though. Puppy's gonna teleport in. Does he have smoke? He doesn't have anything. So it's mostly an intimidation tactic. It was a pure bluff, forcing Balsam away from Havorst, and it did work. Dendi continuing to farm up the enemy jungle. He's going to spot off Calculus. Calculus does have a Force Staff though, so he should be just fine. But unless he runs into the entire Na'Vi side, there's another trap as well as a Sprout onto Calculus. Force Staff's going to push him through though. And Light of Heaven, unfortunately, too far away to get that roar off. He's going to go for an Aghanim Scepter so that doesn't happen again. But Na'Vi wasting opportunity. Rise is going to run straight into Force. Is he going to have enough mana for the Ravage? He gets Ethereal. Okay, Ghost Scepter on the Tidehunter. He's looking for a Ravage though. He wants it, or looking for anyone. Puppy is there with the Sprout onto the Nino. Light of Heaven roaring Atsy and a Chain Frost perfectly in between TTP's heroes. Chain Frost actually stolen though. Dendi is still here with the BKB, gonna work down Rise. Where is Balsam? They really need him right now. He's working on Puppy. 1 hit, 2 hit, and a Shackle Shot. Gonna hit onto Puppy and Light of Heaven are both so very dead. Light of Heaven is gonna have all his mana burned out. Enough to teleport out, but will it be enough? No, the backstab damage too much. Dendi is the last one alive for Na'Vi. He does take down the Nino, and he does still have that Aegis of the Immortal. Now he is on the run from Balsam. 24 to 14. Lots of Na'Vi heroes going down. It looked like it was going to go pretty well for them until, just was the Ravage even used? The Ravage was used until Balsam actually joined the fight and then just cleaned everyone up with a huge amount of damage. You got to take out that Rikimaru first. But the problem is with dust, you could just purge off that dust from himself, and in a little bit he could Manta Split that dust away too. Teleportation coming in is Dendi looking towards Balsam. He's going to Blink Strike out. Trap though onto both of them. And Dendi is there. Puppy has teleported in as well. No True Sight though still. Spot out. They do have the gem actually. But they're going to settle for the consolation bonus prize in Atsy. He's a lot more vulnerable. Balsam is going to go straight for Puppy though. 1 hit, 2 hits. Boris is trying to ward Balsam away from his support heroes. Balsam does drop down that smoke, so he can take a lot of reduced damage. Rise is just sitting in the middle of it, not doing much. Balsam is still in the middle of everything, but he blinks right into the Sprout with Rise. There goes the Mana Void, taking out Rikimaru's health. Nino, what have you stolen? He has stolen Mana Void, so he can probably get it off. He does get it off, but full health Anti-Mage doesn't do any damage at all. Rise taking a Roar, as well as some Axes. Dendi on the chase. Huge hit from Meld. Will it be enough? Yes, it will, with the spill damage going out to Atsy. Another trap coming out from Na'Vi. They want to get this Venomancer kill, but he does have a Ghost Scepter. Ghost Scepter, Ghost Scepter, Ghost Scepter. Gale gonna slow down Light of Heaven, but Dendi is the one who is really deadly right now. Another trap, another set of axes, and Dendi is gonna be there. Pick up a godlike kill, a 4-0 streak for Na'Vi, getting some very good picks. It might not be over yet. They do want Calculus. Calculus does have a Force Staff as well as the Wind Run, so he should be just fine. Na'Vi, that's the kind of fight that they need. They need to pick off the Wolves 1 versus 1. Prevent the Rikimaru from actually getting onto the Na'Vi heroes and killing them. Like, it's very difficult to do, but they pulled out a good fight, a good, not like a 5v5 rumble, but a series of small skirmishes, where really that's where TA shines against a whole bunch of small sets of heroes. Burst them down, wait for the refraction to come up, burst down the next one. Rinse, repeat, enjoy. Dendi's gonna go for crit, it looks like. MKB, actually MKB probably. Crit usually is seen more on Templar Assassin, but MKB against both the Windrunner as well as the Smokescreen, probably a smarter choice, so I'm gonna say MKB. And someone was holding on to a ton of gold. Who was that? It doesn't even matter because now push onto the mid lane. Rise is going to get that gush onto Arzar. One hit from Balsam, 2 hits as well as the smoke, but he takes a roar from Light of Heaven. Axe is going to fly through Rise as well as Balsam shackling Dendi to a tree. He does still have that Aegis though. Ravage being popped out on hitting no one though because Dendi pops off his BKB. Going to go for Atsi. Rise with that Ghost Scepter staying alive for just a little more. Balsam is starting to take a little bit of damage, but so is Havorst. Havorst has taken a fall, and Light of Heaven now shackled to a tree. He's going to get taken down by the Rubik for a double kill. There goes the floating Aegis from the from Dendi as Puppey falls, and now Dendi is the last one to go. The gem is going to go to the TTB side. And Venomancer of all people pick up the final team sweep onto Na'Vi. Chain Frost was available to them. Roar was used as well, but unfortunately the fight was still a more 5v5 rumble than a running around mobility skirmish fight. In that situation, TTB just cleaning house. Axes are going to fly, but Beastmaster's got to be careful. One blink strike from the Rikimaru, dropping down a smoke as well as a purge, will mean the Beastmaster is dead. Tier 3 tower is going to fall. The Axes are going to fall as well. Does Dendi have buyback? He does have buyback. I don't know why he's not using it. It's a little bit too late, though. The Axes have gone down. And now TTB just solidifying their advantage. With these Raxes down, they're going to have so much more freedom to move around the map. And they've already been moving around with pretty much, you know, impunity. But now, they're gonna slow push the top lane. Give some momentum to the bot lane as well. Puppey is going to take a gush from Rise. Calculus is here as well. He's waiting for Puppey to start channeling that teleport, but he doesn't even have it yet. There goes the teleport. Shackling Puppey to a tree, though. That is the most... What the hell kind of angle is that? That is the weirdest shackle angle I've ever seen in my life. The Windrunner, regardless, does pick up the Nature's Prophet. And all of Na'Vi, do they want to go for Roshan? Roshan is almost up. They are going to be able to take it down very quickly with the meld damage. The problem for them is that, well, Balsam just killed their courier, which is even more gold towards 2 TDB. And do they have any true sight? They don't, so for all they know, Rikimaru could be right here and they would have no idea. Luckily for Na'Vi, though, Balsam is not right there. Roshan does die and is picked up once again by Dendi. Double damage rune on TA, ripping down that Roshan. It is going to be crit on TA, actually. I feel like that's a little bit of a mistake. I mean, yeah, crit does give you more burst damage, which is kind of what TA is all about. But after that first initial meld hit, I mean, you still have a lot of damage to work with that you won't be able to deal if you're in the smoke, if you are fighting against the Windrunner. So I feel like MKB would have been the vastly superior choice. Balsam's going to try to take down Puppey. The teleportation from Nature's Prophet a little bit too quick. Balsam is actually absolutely fearsome at this point. I can't click on the freaking map. Come on, come on, come on. Stupid map. Stupid experience bar. It's a pain in the ass, man. I hope it gets fixed. Na'Vi still on the back foot. They have to constantly deal with these super creeps in the mid lane. Puppey is doing the Nature's Prophet thing, trying to put some momentum onto all the other lanes. But TTB, they still have the mid tier 1. They still have the top tier 1 as well. There's only one tier 2 up for Na'Vi, which isn't long for life. Atsi as well as Balsamar on the bot lane with now a Manta style. Puppey is going to take out the tier 1 on the top lane. And probably the tier 1 on the mid is going to go down to Dendi. Na'Vi are going to get small gold advantages. Or at least small gold boosts. But with that those racks already down, it'll be a little bit too little too late. Light of Heaven looking for a roar. Not going to happen though. Fortification slowing down this push on the bottom lane, but this tower doesn't stand a chance. Na'Vi looking for a trade though. Puppey's kind of mismicroing his trees just a little bit. Not doing anything. There you go. Sitting in the trees. Calculus with the wind run. Looking for a shackle shot onto Puppey. Puppey's going to teleport out. Shackle shot is going to not latch, but Puppey is going to teleport out once again. Balsam with the smoke though, with the mini stun, is going to mean Puppey is going to take a fall. The Windrunner once again. Tier 2 tower is still alive. Don't know how, but it is. But 18 for 31. It's not looking good for Na'Vi. Their hard carry anti-mage almost has a Manta style, where Rikimaru has Manta style and then some. Level 2 Diffusal Blade on top of that. So anti-mage can't even duel this Rikimaru 1 vs 1. I feel like Dendi might be able to. He does have a Daedalus right now. But once again, it doesn't help you when you are a pig. There's a purge onto Dendy Smoke as well, and Dendy is going to lose his Aegis to the Immortal. Is there enough follow-up for TTB to actually kill him a second time? Let's see. Dendy pops up the BKB immediately, trying to go for Calculus, but that Wind Run preventing all the damage from coming out. Dendy's taking a huge amount of damage from Balsam. Chain Frost is going to pop off with the Ghost Scepter. Is going to do huge amount of damage to Atsi, and it's bouncing only between TTB heroes. But at this point, a level 1 Chain Frost is simply not going to do enough. Rise is going to blink forward, try to go for Light of Heaven. In the meantime, Ars Art is going to get... Oh, he's barely going to get out, actually. Calculus unable to draw that bow fast enough. But TTB picking off the Anti-Mage in exchange for none of their own. Now they're looking towards Puppey. Puppey's got to teleport out of there right now. He is going to get out alive. Now all 5 TTB are on the bot lane. They want to take down this last tier 2 so they have free reign of either these Raxes or these Raxes. Either one will do just fine for them. Puppey's trying to do his best to stall them by pushing out to whichever lane that they're not in. You can only do so much as a Nature's Prophet without that much farm. It's going for like a 4-staff, I believe, but like Mech, Minus on Nature's Prophet isn't going to do all that much to distract the TTB side. Manta Style from Rikimaru being popped off. This tower, just with these 3 Rikimarus, gonna get shredded down. Templar Assassin sending out some traps, axes as well. This tower is not long for life. Calculus with the focus fire as well. There goes the tower to the Windrunner. One last tier 3 does exist. What has been stolen from the Nino? It is Frost Armor, which is very, very useful actually at this point in the game. Only level 2. Calculus can get a mini stun, but it's going to be more than enough time for Rikimaru to pick up that Lich kill. So now Puppey teleporting into the wrong place at the wrong time. Roar onto Balsam, slowing him down. Might save Puppey's life. But Atsi is still there with the right click damage, and Nature's Prophet is slowed to a crawl with the Plague Wards. He will pick up that kill. Balsam is going to fight Dendy 1 vs 1, but the Hex from Calculus will mean that Dendy is going to go down. Light of Heaven also shackled. He's going to get power shotted. Balsam trapped in a Sprout, but he's going to blink straight out, go onto Puppey, and get himself an Ultra Kill. No, Calculus is a little bitch about it, and he prevents that Ultra Kill sound from coming out. But, you know, it's teamwork is what it is. There's a GG call from Puppey. Wolves, or TTB, putting up a clinic against Na'Vi. We're constantly just haunted by this Rikimaru. Rikimaru, in games like these, you're like, wow, Rikimaru's crazy imbalanced. But he had a very easy time in lane. He got a ton of kills early on. And Rikimaru just snowballed out of control. A lot of the times Rikimarus are not given those chances to actually get that powerful. That's why we don't actually see Rikimaru all that much. But he's very capable. He's very capable. With the smoke screen, you could pretty much own the crap out of Anti-Mage as well as the TA. But the Ancient is going to go down, guys. Thanks for watching. This has been TTB versus Na'Vi from the Starseries Season 3. More games to come.